uncrumpling of shame.
Okay, we're recording on all angles. Okay.
Good day, Mya.
Good
Here
day.
is this intro for the very first time, Mya.
Enjoy
reading my illegible handwriting, Mya.
Once again, Lorelle has written me a beautiful intro, and I'm so excited to read it.
Beautiful by Shrek standards.
Okay. You don't know what you're implying there, but I'm just going to ignore it. Once upon a time, two maidens rested upon a downy spot and watched with sparkling eyes a tale most wondrous and fabled. One of the maidens lost the sparkle in her eye at the canonical introduction of earwax candles. The other reminisced over a much superior tale regarding star-bound simians. But let us forget the chimps for now, and instead turn the leather-bound page on this genre-busting film.
Review.
Shrek.
See, that time I added the film review part. Because it should say film
Not me just turning down my microphone a little bit.
Don't we just get on like Shrek and Donkey?
I really love your shoehorned references.
Thank you. I work really hard on them.
I can tell. The
Just
effort
like
is obviously killing you.
Fiona works
Turning your
on
face
her
red.
martial arts. That's because I'm sunburned, Mya. I was in the sun all morning. I have heat stroke. I'm concussed. I have all my teeth, unlike some people in this room. Must suck
Wow,
to
that
have
was a
bad
low blow. Yes, if you remember, gentle audience, last time we did a review of a lesser movie than the one that we're going to discuss today, I was about to get a tooth pulled out. And now it's much better, now that the offending tooth is no longer in my mouth.
Only because you were in so much pain. It tainted your opinion of that film.
Anyway, welcome back, feral listeners. Today we are talking about a nostalgic and arguably iconic film, Shrek.
That's right. Shrek.
Lorelle has a lot of feelings about this film, so I think we might just jump right into writing, right after I give a little baby summary.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, I'm full of good ideas, Lorelle. Thank you for noticing. So, tiny baby summary. Shrek, the titular character, is an ogre who lives in the swamp and wishes to be left alone. Fate takes him on a journey to find a princess, fight an evil dragon, fight an evil tiny short man. That's about it. That's what happens. It's a really great movie, and we're just gonna jump into talking about writing.
For a movie about body positivity, there sure are a lot of short jokes. Like, a lot.
Yeah, because being short, Lorelle, is something you can control.
And apparently it's a character reference. A bad character reference.
It's a character flaw.
It's a character flaw.
If you are under 5 feet, character flaw.
Character flaw.
Toddlers are inherently evil.
I hate when I laugh right into the mic like that. Stop.
I hate it
Stop
too.
making me laugh, Mya.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with that later.
I won't
in
be
post.
I won't be funny anymore.
Yeah. Good.
Go ahead,
All right.
Lorelle. I'm not
I
being
feel like
funny.
you were wide open for like an insult there, but I'm just gonna let that pass. Okay.
What?
Category numero uno.
Writing.
Writing. I said this before to Mya earlier, and I said it before earlier when we thought we were recording and we weren't. And I'll say it again.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
I think there were too many gross body jokes in this film for me. Like,
yeah.
I was skeptical when I had to look at Shrek's green bare bottom. That definitely was. I was like, not loving that. But then it was when he sticks his finger in his ear and pulls out a big juicy glob of earwax, turns that into a candle. That's when I was like, you know what? not vibing with this film, Maya.
Yeah.
But then as the film went on and it got more into the plot stuff, and there were a lot fewer earwax related jokes. I mean, call me an Edwardian lady, but that's just not my style of humor.
You're an Edwardian lady.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
Toilet humor's a little less funny once you've had some terrible experiences on the toilet yourself. As an adult, it just becomes sad. And when it's in a film, it's like, but that's not really funny now, is it?
No. I'm old enough now that butts just don't make me laugh like they used to.
No.
Sorry.
The magic really has gone out of our lives in our mid-20s.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I felt like the plot, as it advanced, it became more of a adventure and less of a I'm in my swamp and I'm ugly and grumpy and gross. Then I started to enjoy it more. And I laughed a lot watching this movie. I definitely laughed quite a few times and very loudly and uncouthly. Unbefitting of my Edwardian persona.
Your sensibilities.
Laughed straight out of my corset.
I have to say, I really appreciate the characters in this movie.
Yeah.
I think because I remember this being kind of like the toilet humor film, I do actually really like this movie. This is one of the ones that I grew up watching. But, the characters are pretty likable.
Yeah. Well, Shrek is. Fiona is.
I remember, as a kid, you don't really understand the nuances of character, and it's like, oh, he's grumpy and mean. And then when you're in your 20s, you're like, wow, Slay King!
Yeah!
I get it!
Yeah, everybody needs to get out of his swamp.
Everybody get out!
Except
Leave me
for
alone.
Donkey, because there are definitely best friend vibes there.
Yeah.
Straight off the bat.
Yeah.
They had chemistry.
Yeah. Excellent platonic chemistry.
I think
the chemistry between him and Fiona are actually really good, too.
Yeah. It is.
It was a pretty compelling, also, low-key, Lorelle wasn't appearing to be barfing.
No, I was not, because, you know what? It wasn't a gross romance.
Yeah, it was more
kind of cute.
It was more wholesome than expected.
Yeah.
In a movie about an ogre.
Yeah, it was. And Fiona's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And Shrek loves her in spite of her being pretty, which is very sweet.
Yes. I pray that all men and women may love us in spite of our beauty.
Striking beauty.
Yes. Hopefully they can look past it.
I want to say, you talked about how Shrek is kind of the archetype of the rogue hero.
Uh-huh.
The charming rogue hero, and I was like, yeah, he totally is. He's Flynn Rider.
Flynn Rider was, to quote the movie, ugly, hideous beast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the version of Tangled I want to see.
Yeah. What if Flynn Rider was ugly?
What if Flynn Rider's nose on that wanted poster was actually Flynn Rider's nose?
Yeah. What if his nose had some personality?
Yeah. I also really enjoyed the fairy tale twists, the torture machine.
Oh my word.
Gingerbread, the mixer, the hand mixer. But I was not prepared for how dark that movie gets.
Oh my word. Can I talk about the one moment?
I'm scarred. Please. I'm not ready for this.
So, in the beginning of the movie, when they're carting away all the fairy tale characters, you see Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear in cages. Later in the swamp, you just see Papa Bear, and Baby Bear is sobbing while it's sitting on a log. And then later again, when the camera pans into Lord Farquaad's bedroom, which was horrifying in and of itself, you see that there is a bearskin rug with a little purple bow on its head. They killed Mama Bear and turned her into a rug.
Maya, I did not. That totally went over my head. So once more, you were traumatizing me through kids' movies.
Thankfully, it went over my head as a child as well, because I could not have handled that.
That's so freaking dark.
Yes.
I have questions for the people who worked on this movie. Are you okay?
Well, little fun fact while we're talking about the people.
Yeah, please, let's dish.
So this is a DreamWorks movie.
Yes.
Another DreamWorks movie an iconic DreamWorks movie is The Prince of Egypt.
Mm-hmm. Also never saw.
It's an epic film. It's stunning animation, beautiful music. And there was a running joke that if you weren't doing well enough working on Prince of Egypt or being efficient enough, they would pull you and send you to work on Shrek.
Oh my gosh.
Shrek was the gulag of DreamWorks Studios.
That explains so much.
Now, I don't know how true that story is, but
I hope it's true.
That's one that I heard.
I love Shrek being the gulag of DreamWorks Studio.
Because it's also, like, it's 3D animation. Like, that was still kind of in the beginning stages of...
Oh, man, it is ugly animation.
Yeah. We'll get into visuals in a moment. But anyway, Lorelle, is there anything else you wanted to say about the writing?
Yeah, I would say, like, it wasn't bad. Like, it's not my favorite fairy tale satire parody movie, but, like, it's not bad. Like, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. You know, I've kind of built my personality around hating Shrek, and now I have to readjust those parameters a little bit.
I mean, thank goodness you have a personality outside of hating Shrek.
Yeah, I also love
don't say
violence.
It. Don't you say it.
I'm scared. I'm already concussed. I don't think I can defend myself.
Yeah, you won't see her walk out of here alive if she brings up that movie one more time.
I can't. I don't have Fiona's martial arts skills. Okay, what did you rate the writing in the movie, Maya?
I gave the writing a B.
Nice.
For the humor, the amount of times I laughed, and
funny, I guess.
The unpredictability of the plot.
We didn't talk about that. Yeah, it was pretty unpredictable.
Yeah.
So it's good if a film can do that. I gave it a C because I did not enjoy.
You gave it an A?
No. I yelled into the mic again. I'm not built for radio, guys. I shouldn't be hiding this beautiful visage. How do you pronounce that word? I read too many words, but I don't know how to pronounce. I shouldn't be hiding this beautiful face behind the radio waves.
Well, speaking of which, thank goodness we also have a video format of this available to
Everyone,
watch
go
on YouTube.
watch me on YouTube. Not Maya. Just put a sticker over her side of the screen. I give it a C because number one. See what I did there?
Yeah.
I did not appreciate all of the earwax and the butt jokes and the farting jokes and
I have no idea.
All of those jokes. Sorry, but I am too sophisticated for that kind of humor. I am too refined.
But the movie we previously discussed on the podcast,
well, that one
was your idea of sophistication?
Until you explained all the nasty jokes to me, it was. I'm really painting you out to be this, like... I'm painting myself out to be this real naive person, but... I am, it's true. What can I say?
Where are you going with that?
I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with anything. And the second reason I gave it only a C is because I did not want to admit that I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, so... I just had to keep, expectations realistic.
We wouldn't want to see character development from
Exactly. I don't want to show off any character development. Yeah. That's not what I'm going for here, guys.
Never show your hand. Never let them know you're growing to be a better person.
I am not growing to be a better person. I'm actively trying to descend that mountain. Instead of like a sunflower that grows up towards the light.
Reference.
Yeah. See what I did there? I'm more like a vine that's trailing downwards towards a dark cave. like a mossy vine. All right, I'm done. I'm done talking about writing.
So that brings us to category number 2. Acting.
Please take the lead on this, Maya. I'm tired of my own voice.
Okay, I think that, once again, in these earlier movies, before they did celebrity voice casting only, which you can obviously tell in modern movies. But anyway, Shrek was cast just based on people's abilities to sound like the character and how much they fit the character. Mike Myers is wonderful with his weird Scottish hybrid accent as Shrek. Right. And, like, we all know how unhinged Mike Myers is, but the fact that he also plays, like,
don't-
some really, like, softer moments, like, you know, like, there's some vulnerability there. Like, I think he brought more to the performance than what I remembered and what I was expecting. Cameron Diaz is iconic as Fiona. And
That's who that is?
That's Cameron Diaz.
No kidding.
And maybe Cameron Diaz was cast celebrity-wise because she was really big in the 90s, early 2000s. So that could have been celebrity voice casting. John Lithgow as Lord Farquaad is brilliant. Perfect. He's a wonderful man. And Eddie Murphy as Donkey is so good. So good.
Literally my least favorite of the voice cast.
Sorry,
cut!
Cut!
And she means my throat. I feel like, based on your expression, that was...
You see me just pull out like a little blowgun with a dart and go...
You pull out the hand mixer, it's go time.
It's go time.
See?
Not the buttons! Not the gumdrop buttons! Anyway, I thought the voice casting was impeccable. So clearly you have some other opinions.
I thought the voice acting was good. I thought Shrek was pretty good. I thought Lord Farquaad was good. Did I say his name right?
I don't know.
I don't like your giggling.
I'm bleeping it out anyway.
I thought Fiona was great. I did not know that was Cameron Diaz.
Mm-hmm.
She was my favorite. I thought Shrek was good too.
Yeah.
It was a weird hybrid accent for sure. It didn't sound Scottish exactly. Like, it sounded Scottish influenced.
Yeah.
It sounded like Shrek. That was good. It was a Shrek accent.
It was a
I thought Donkey was not that funny. I'm sorry. I thought he was kind of annoying. I don't think that... Who is that? Is it
Eddie Murphy?
That's what I thought. I don't think they needed Eddie Murphy to play the donkey.
I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder.
That was kind of funny, I guess. But he had some funny lines.
Yeah.
But I don't think that he was that funny voice-wise. Sorry. Sorry to your childhood, Maya. But I will accept Donkey. He did fine. I absolutely hate Pinocchio's voice. So obnoxious.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm starting to think I
you.
must have seen maybe
Something
2
else.
Shrek movies because I could have sworn I heard a lot more out of Pinocchio than that. Because I remembered hating his voice. But he's barely in Shrek.
I'm wearing ladies' underwear.
Yeah, that sounds really familiar.
Yeah, you definitely watched the second one.
I must have watched the second one and hated that one too. Why did I watch both of them when I didn't even like the first one?
I don't know. Maybe we'll watch the second one.
Maybe I hate the second one. Maybe that's where all these memories are coming from.
Yeah.
Anyway, Pinocchio sucks. That's all I have to say. Mic drop. What's your rating?
My rating for acting was a B+.
I gave it a B because I liked everyone except the donkey. I thought was a little annoying, but he was okay.
Yeah.
And I only hated Pinocchio.
Yeah.
But like, obviously that's what they were going for.
And also in this movie, he's not really in it long enough to...
No.
So clearly you were scarred by the sequel.
I think I must have been. I didn't realize I'd already seen the sequel.
This brings us now, Lorelle, to category number 3.
Are we recording?
Yes. We're firing on all cylinders.
I expected to get another finger for that.
No. Two a podcast is my limit.
Right.
Unless you really
We've
just
already
push my little
surpassed
buttons.
that. Unless the doubles don't count as
No,
two.
the doubles don't. Well,
That counts as
we
one.
weren't recording then.
Oh, that's true. You got me there. Doesn't count for the podcast.
Nope.
All right, what are we on? Did you say
We are-
visuals?
Yep. Category
Okay.
number 3, visuals.
All right, and that's one I'm supposed to start with, I think, right?
I feel like you feel the most strongly about it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Maya. I don't know what you mean. My note on the visuals is this tiny little cartoon you probably can't see of a guy throwing up. That's what I think of the visuals.
I'm so proud of you. That's a great visual joke.
Oh,
for a
irritating.
podcast.
Yeah. Isn't that funny, listeners? I wrote the scenarios?
Mhm.
sceneries. The sceneries are nice. Everything else is wet cow patties, is what I wrote. Fresh steaming cow patties. Fresh out the bum of a cow. Sorry, was that a potty humor joke?
Yeah, that was a little bit lowbrow.
Was that a little lowbrow? For my Edwardian sensibilities.
It's lowbrow because Lorelle's just scowling at me the whole time.
Yeah. Is that what that means?
No.
So freaking Freaking ugly. So ugly. Did I spell that correctly? Freak.
I thought you were just spelling the actual swear word, and I was like, there's no I in that word.
What swear word? Freaking is not a replacement for anything. I'm freaking out about how ugly the animation. I didn't want to look at Shrek's Green Bear Bottom movie. I did not want to see that. And why is he showering in mud? And why is the animation so...
Because he's an ogre. He's
Why
icky.
So awful. I think this movie was animated by ogres. That was kind of mean.
Yeah, Lorelle.
I'm sure you animators are lovely.
They're the ones who couldn't hack it on Prince of Egypt.
My eyes. It was not a visual feast. It was a visual garbage bag. It was a visual garbage disposal.
This sounds really similar to what I said last podcast about visuals.
About what movie could you have possibly said that about?
I don't know. I honestly can't remember. It's just like a traumatizing memory that I've just stuffed to the bottom of my soul.
Maybe, what's this guy's name's John H. Williams, John M. Williams, John K. Williams?
John H. Williams.
I knew it was in there somewhere. One of the alphabets.
Yeah.
John Umlaut Williams. Maybe he just likes to produce ugly movies.
Yeah.
John Williams, reach out, let us know.
John H. Williams.
John H. Williams.
Not to be confused with the Star Wars composer.
Not to be confused with
John
the composer,
Williams.
John Blank Williams.
An angel.
An angel. And John H. Williams is the opposite
the devil?
of an angel.
Maybe the devil.
Might be at least one of the devils.
Or working for him.
Sorry.
You never know.
John H. Williams, I'm sure you're a lovely person.
Yeah, sure.
But, I don't know. There's something wrong with you. A little twisted if you can sign off on visuals that god-awful.
So, I agree with you.
Oh, okay.
I do think the scenery is gorgeous.
Is that the only part you're going to agree with?
No. I think they're
Okay.
I think they're ugly. I think there's things that I think I appreciate the attention to detail. I think the animation style is gross.
Yeah.
But I think the rendering was a little bit better than the previous movie we watched in terms of texture and hair. Just like the technology seemed a little bit further along. Like, I'm not saying that.
I'd say the technology wasn't that
the
much
early 2000s animation style is
I'll
pretty.
give you
it's
this.
pretty ugly.
The landscapes were a lot nicer than in the previous movie we watched.
The landscapes
That's
and
the
sky
only agreement I will give you.
landscapes, skies, architectural designs, like a lot of the non-character designs were really beautiful.
Yes. That,
and the lighting.
Yep.
Just a lot of the.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying it's very imperfect, and
I guess it kind of works for the story.
Yeah.
It's still not fun to look at.
It's not fun to look at, but it was also cohesive, and there was an attention to detail.
Kind of like my middle school photos, not fun to look at.
I'm sure they'd be fun for me to look at.
No, you don't want to see that.
So, Lorelle, then what grade did you give visuals?
Yeah, I have nothing more to say about the visuals. Blech. Oh, D-.
Ooh.
What did you give it, Maya?
I gave it a B-.
A B-. A B-.
Lorelle, I wasn't offended.
I was offended.
I'm really sorry that you were offended, and I'm not saying that you were wrong for being offended.
I ripped my pearls off, and I said, what in the name of animated art is this atrocity? This abomination. I think that is a word you used in the last one.
Yes.
Abomination.
Yeah.
Unholy.
Yeah, but here's
Okay.
the thing, Lorelle. Nobody looked like a fetus in this movie.
Stop saying that!
They looked like characters. I'm not saying they were my favorite character designs, but they looked exactly the way they were intended to.
It's really hard to argue with that. Alright, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Please take us to number 4 category.
Take this to category number 4. Then
Category
send
number
Lorelle
4.
home. Category number 4. Directing. Welcome to my wheelhouse, Lorelle.
Happy to be here.
So did you know that this was a girl boss movie?
I did not.
It was directed by Vicky Jensen.
Are you sure that's a girl?
Yes.
Could be a boy.
I looked her up
Oh.
on Wikipedia.
Good for you, Vicky.
Yeah. So Vicky also worked on Shark Tale, which makes a lot of sense.
That's interesting.
Which honestly a dip from Shrek, but we respect Vicky nonetheless because Shrek won an Academy Award.
For what?
Best Animated Feature.
Must have been because Space Chimps wasn't on the same year.
Lorelle. Space Chimps was not nominated.
Drat.
Shrek won an Academy Award, a BAFTA.
What are you doing, England?
I don't know what to tell you.
Actually, I've seen some of the cartoons out of that country, and you know what? It makes sense. I've seen Where the Wild Things Are.
I knew that this was gonna kill her when I had to say this.
No, I have to. This is like, I'm so flustered. This isn't fair.
This is like a
Get
presidential
me out of
debate.
here. Get me out of here. I'm just gonna start insulting your integrity because I don't have any valid arguments.
Well, I will say,
You
just
better be out of
talking about-
awards to talk about because I can't handle anymore.
there were a lot more, but I just
As if!
I don't know what to tell you, Lorelle. There's a long list.
Don't tell me that.
I chose Academy Award and BAFTA because they're the most well known.
I'm gonna drink some water.
So, the fun facts about directing and producing and the behind the scenes of this movie is that one of the producers on this film was Jeffrey Katzenberg, who was previously the CEO of the Disney Corporation before Michael Eisner took over. Katzenberg left Disney to work with DreamWorks. Under some not great terms, because Lord Farquaad's character design is directly inspired by the CEO that took over after Katzenberg at Disney, Michael Eisner. And making a Michael Eisner looking short man and making 1,001 jokes at his expense is the level of petty that I aspire to.
That's petty.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's I appreciate that level of pettiness.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of a different word.
No.
Petty, there's no better way to describe it.
There's no
than
better way
petty.
to describe it. Like, I hate this person. Let me make them really ugly in this animated film I'm gonna make. And guess what? I'm also gonna win an Academy Award.
Stop saying that. I'm gonna turn my rating back.
So, my grade, I'll just skip right to that. My grade for directing, solely because it won an Academy Award, and also because clearly they did something right. Because, apart from Lorelle, Shrek is a movie that is beloved by most people of my generation.
Alright, I wouldn't say it's not beloved by me, but it's not hated by me either. It's not reviled by me anymore.
It behooves you to say that.
It does behoove me to admit wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I'll stop now. I'll stop. I mean, yeah.
Please
it
enjoy
did
the
some
new
things
secret
right.
language that Lorelle and I just came up with right now.
Code. Maybe I don't want to be the bad guy anymore. We need to just stop making references to Megamind and watch it already.
Yeah, but we need to take a break from animated films.
Okay.
But anyway,
you're right, we do.
My grade for directing was an A-.
Okay. Alright, regarding the directing, because that's what we're talking about, so we should regard it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was very cohesive, and it accomplished its goals. You know, it's an ugly movie about an ugly guy. It's funny. Kind of, you know, whatever. Good job, I guess. I would say, I never know where to put this category, like, to put this subcategory.
Oh my word, we forgot to talk about music.
The music, Maya.
I'm so sorry.
The music was elevated so far above everything in the movie. Like, it didn't take me out of it. It wasn't jarring. But I was like, this music is way too lovely. Like, the composer
Harry Gregson Williams.
1,000% of his soul into that music. And
he put his whole Gregussy into that.
Ooh. Never speak to me again. You know, if I thought Shrek had too many gross chicks.
It's me!
Back in my day!
I'm the problem! It's me!
This would not stand in the Queen's courts. What was I just saying?
The music.
Whatever, it was lovely. I don't know what I was saying.
How's your headache?
It's still there. I'm not actually concussed. For you listeners, that was a joke. I did maybe bump my head a little bit, but Maya looked at my eyeballs, they're fine. Oh, did you do that already in the podcast? She already proved they're not concussed.
Well, I did that, and that's how I found out that we weren't recording.
That's right. That's right. That hilarious bit of you checking me for a concussion was not part of our actual recorded podcast. So,
nope.
You guys will just have to wonder.
Is Lorelle concussed? The world may never know.
The world may never know.
Let's see if she makes it to
All
Monday.
right. Wait. I didn't actually give my rating for the directing.
Yeah.
Did
you want to say anything more about music?
I thought it didn't seem to fit the movie, but then again, I guess it did, because it was a fairy tale parody.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised they didn't put a little more, like, discordance into it to kind of fit the whole, like, ugly is pretty, you know, it's all beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Ooh. The beholder? That was another behooving...
Ooh! Ba baby ba ba boo ba.
B-A-B. I swear, I'm like having 1,200 thoughts at the same time and also 0 thoughts.
It's evident.
It's evident? Oh, it is evident! My mind is kind of like a railroad track that diverges into like 12 railroad tracks.
Oh, hang on.
But then I don't want to hang on. Maya.
Actually, let's see if we can just wrap it up real quick.
Okay, I'm done talking.
Okay.
No more railroad
what
tracks.
Was your grade?
Oh shoot, I already forgot. For the directing, it was a B. Because I actually think that she pulled off, Vicky, pulled off exactly what she was going for. So, yeah. Good on you, Vicky.
Good on you, Vicky.
Not my cup of tea, but good job. For the lowbrow among us.
Not that I don't want to spend time with you.
want to go.
That's what... I always am pretty sure that you do.
I'm ready to go. I love you profoundly.
And I love you profoundly, but we're ready to have our evenings to
I'm ready
ourselves.
to be alone. I'm like Shrek. You're like Shrek. You're like, get out of my swamp. In this particular moment, we are both Shrek.
We are both Shrek.
Yes.
Charming rogues.
Charming rogues.
Charming rogues. Charming rogues that like alone time.
Yes. Yes. We like our swamp.
So anyway, Laura, what was your final grade?
I'm trying to figure out which one of these grades is my final grade. Okay, I think it's this one here at the top. C.
All right.
Better than I thought it would be.
I think mine, with everything added together, because I can't use my phone to calculate it correctly, but I think it
calculates her grades.
I think it averages out to a B. So,
okay.
Same as the B movie.
Ah.
Delightful, funny. This one was award-winning, though, unlike the B movie.
I don't know how I feel about this, because I feel like even though I've spent my entire career as someone who is opinionated, saying I don't like Shrek, I kind of feel like I want to rate Shrek higher than the B movie. But I know I rated the B movie a B.
No.
That's fine. I'm going to stick with C.
Yeah, and I'm sticking with B. It's not better than the B movie. It's not worse than the B movie. I enjoy both very profusely.
Yeah.
But we have yet to get to a movie that is an A.
I'll say this.
Unless The Parent Trap was an A.
The B movie definitely had fewer fart jokes than Shrek, so I'll stick with my C for Shrek.
Yeah. But the B movie had more sex jokes.
Oh, no, you're right, it did. Don't remind me.
I live to torture Lorelle.
You know what? Now that you say that, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, both of those movies were for kids. One of them made gross potty jokes, and one of them made gross inappropriate jokes. Which of these is more valid? So even as much as I hate potty humor, you should go the Shrek route, people. If you're making a movie for kids.
If you want to show your kids a movie, show them Shrek before you show them the B movie, and show the B movie to your older teens because they will think it's hilarious.
Or,
but they'll also probably like Shrek too.
Bury the B movie in a block of wet cement and dump it in the ocean.
No, Laurel. That's what I wanted to do to the movie from last week.
What? You wanted to memorialize it in a block of cement? And put it in the Hollywood Walk of Shame? Wait. Fame? Oh, no.
No.
That was not a Freudian slip.
You had that right the first time, Sigmund.
No. It's the concussion. It's the heat, the sun poisoning.
And on that note, everyone,
please get me out of here.
We would like to thank you very much for joining us again on this fine podcast where I torture Lorelle this week instead of the other way around. I've had a great time and Lorelle has had a miserable time.
At least I still have all my teeth.
Low blow. Anyway, thank you as always for tuning in. And remember, you can watch us on YouTube and you can listen to us on Spotify at Effing It Up. So, thank you guys once again. And as always, keep it feral. Keep it feral. Keep it feral.
Stop that.
That'll be our new theme song. Unless Lorelle kills me.
No, I like that for our new theme song. I'm